Welcome everybody, this is Zero to Hero Golf and my name is Jerry. I'm glad you can join me today. Today we're going to talk about I believe a big breakthrough for me, lateral side bend. Now I went to the range recently and was practicing Russell Heritage's 1-2-3, I call it the 1-2-3 drill, and I'll put a link in the video so that you can watch that video of his and the drill that he talks about. I'm 6 months into a swing change, and I picked up about 25 yards of my 8-iron and about 30 to 35 yards of my driver, but I'm still nowhere near distances to be competitive. So my biggest hurdle has been rotation. And if you look at this picture here, you'll see my hips aren't rotated very much at impact. There's a lot of funny looking things going on in this swing right here at impact. The trail leg is practically straight, you know. My right arm is practically straight at impact, and the head and the neck look kind of weird. It's just a weird look at the impact position. So I had a breakthrough here. Take a look and listen to this. Right, so I came back from the range from the 1-2-3 drill. I didn't see any improvement in rotation. I took a couple days off. I even prayed about it. You know, I'm a Christian. I prayed about it and asked God, look, I need a breakthrough. We're 6 months into this thing. I picked up some distance and all, but I noticed rotation is still a big problem. And I had an aha moment in the front room of my house the other night, last night, and actually it was this morning, and I realized I needed to over-exaggerate lateral side bend. So just look at this position. For those of you that are familiar with the golf swing and know how to analyze it and all that, you should be seeing something definitely different between what we looked at the beginning of this video. So let's now look at a composite photograph here of impact. So the one on the left is from the video at the beginning, the swing at the beginning of this video. The one on the right was just from this morning here at the house in the backyard. It was kind of cold, so I had to put some warm clothes on. So let's start with the picture on the left from the ground up. If we look at the foot, the trail foot, it's flat on the ground. If you look at my trail leg, it's almost straight. It's barely bent at the knee. My trail arm is pretty much straight, barely bent. If we move further up into the photograph on the left, we'll notice that we won't even see the back of my lead side shoulder, the shoulder furthest from the camera. You don't see any of that shoulder at all. We don't see any part of the back side of the lead side shoulder. If you look at my neck and my head, you see my neck's kind of craned looking, and I'm looking straight down at the golf ball. Yeah. Let's move to the picture on the right. Starting from the bottom, we already notice a big difference here. My trail side foot is rolled a little bit and the heel's a little bit off the ground. My leg is definitely more bent at the knee than the picture on the left. If you look at my hand, my trail side hand, closest hand to the camera on the picture on the right, you'll notice that my hand is bent back more onto the forearm. In other words, my wrist is bent more than the picture on the left. I know the picture on the left's a little bit in the shadow, but you should be able to tell that hand is bent back more onto the forearm. That means I'm holding lag longer. And it also means there's more forward shaft lean being held for a longer period of time, or at least further into the golf swing. If we look at the picture on the right, we'll notice that my right arm is more bent at the elbow. And not only is it more bent at the elbow, but really importantly, that elbow's more in front of my body, not hanging off to the side like we see the picture on the left. If we go to the top of the picture on the right, we'll notice we actually get to see a little bit of that lead shoulder on the back side. We can actually see it. And as far as my neck and my head, you'll notice on the right picture that my head is more tilted to the right. The right side of my face is further down, and the left side of my face is more towards the sky. So I'm almost like I'm looking down the target line a little bit. So everything about over-exaggerating the lateral side bend for me has gotten my swing where I'm swinging more under. I'm swinging underneath my chin, if you will, underneath your head. Now I noticed that my rotation isn't really necessarily that much better, but I believe what happened in this, by the way, both these pictures are real swings. They're not just me holding the static positions. And I believe what's happened in the picture on the right is I noticed when I looked at the live video that my butt had drifted off the back line a little bit. So I just need to put a bar stool back there or a chair back there again and just work on that keeping the pelvis further back and keeping my butt on a chair so that I don't get into this early hip extension. I think once I do that, we're going to start to see a lot of improvement on my rotation in the hips at impact. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So just a major, major difference 6 months into this swing, and I'm going to take this to the range hopefully this weekend, and because I haven't actually tried to hit a golf ball yet with what's going on the right, but we'll see what happens this weekend. It's supposed to be some nice weather down here in South Central Texas. Okay, some of you may be asking, what are some of the things I do? What are some of the drills I do? What kind of work do I put in? Well, take a look and listen to this. I think you're going to find this helpful. Been a little thin. Okay, so you can hear there that I'm working, I'm breathing, holding those static positions in slow motion. It takes work. So if you want to know what it takes to get better at golf, yeah, you need to know the drills and what to work on. And video and all that helps, but you also need to put the work in. There's just no two ways about it. So if you want to get better, you're going to have to put the work in and do a little bit of sweating. Listen, I hope you really enjoyed the video today and got something out of it. I'm learning, I'm progressing. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and while you're at it, go ahead and click that notification bell, because I'm just going to keep getting better, and I like to share those with other people. So hopefully it's something that you can use and you can get better with your golf swing too. Okay, we'll talk to you all again real soon. Have a great day.